Earthquake time. Live here, Mr. Blue, TradePhantoms.com. Where we completely don't know what we're doing and talk about. But somehow, money comes to me. All right, wow, I'm impressed. It's the small things in life. I think I got this pretty lined up. Usually it would take me a couple of minutes of weirdness to line that up. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm only going to mess it up. So yeah, Mr. Blue here, TradePhantoms.com. Welcome, cool. Today's day, Thursday, December 12th. Happy holidays. Spent about an hour just on the tube. Give some folks a little taste of what it's like at Phantoms in the live trade room. And then we also have already some Phantoms in here already. What's going on? Hopefully I had a good trading day yesterday. Historical. Anyways, today is a new day. News out, core PPI out. CPI was the bigger one yesterday. That already came out, great. Everything came in as expected. PPI, some of the same, PPI came a little bit different, nothing too crazy. Markets, the bigger one is the CPI. PPI, producer price index. It's also important, don't get me wrong. And we had unemployment claims as well, right? So it doesn't matter, right? I mean, news is out, it's already out. And, at the end of the day, we have to, as traders, we have to see how the markets respond and react to the said news, right? So we're gonna get into the charts, of course, as always. Also, just really quickly, just for some folks, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but next week, get ready because we have the Fed meeting, okay? The Fed meeting, website, cmbgroup.com, Fed Watch Tool. It's a pretty cool website. We are going to, be talking a little bit more about this next week in the, as that's gonna be the meeting on Wednesday. So a week from yesterday, right? So if you scroll down here, there's something that did change, I will say, so while I'm here, just really briefly. If you go down to the, kind of the probabilities here, target rate, this is based on Fed fund futures, right? There's futures that you could trade on the Fed, on the rate. I don't trade it, but this will let you know what's expected based on people putting risk on, okay? Not talking and guessing or hoping, right? Money speaks. Money talks, right? Not people talk. People yap, right? But money speaks. The point is that earlier in the week, even last week when I was checking this out just to get a footnote, this was at like 78%, 75% of a 25 basis point cut, 0.25 rate cut, right? So that changed. The needle moved, and right now it's essentially 98% that we are going to indeed get a rate cut. Okay, you can see the U.S. over here still 4.75 in terms of their bank rate, right? So that kind of changed, right? So we'll see. Next week we're going to talk a lot more about that as well. I'm not sure if Mr. Green, I can't mortgage his time out, but Mr. Green typically does a special kind of a Fed announcement session. He's awesome at that. I love tuning in with Mr. Green on that. It's awesome. He's the man with that. So I'm not sure if he's doing it this week. I could check the calendar, but that'll be pretty interesting. Anyways, we got to move on. All right, 98%. That did change. Trickled needle. The needle moved up a bit more with the rate cut actually happening. As always, monthly, weekly, daily. I bring this up every morning, right? Backdrop of supply demand with institutional demand supply. Okay, there's the whole process regarding that. Okay, multiple time frame top down approach, monthly, weekly, daily, orange, yellow, blue. I bring this up every day, even in the live trade room. Candlesticks, couple candlesticks here, all these cool fancy names, great. Location being most important, and riding with the right side of the trend is most important. Regarding forgetting the names, don't really matter. It's more about the pattern and the location. Okay, location. Bearish candlesticks there with all these kind of fancy names. and the liquidity map, which is the greatest thing on the planet. If you really understand this, you know how markets move just via price and time. Okay, never seen that before in my life. Asher, my man, good trader, developing into a really good trader. At Phantoms.com. All right, let's go to futures. S&P daily time frame upper left, NASDAQ upper right, Dow Jones lower left, Russell 2000 bottom right. Pop this open real quick. It might be hard to see. I'll switch to the darker background in a moment, but I'm not going to sit here and go crazy here with bull market, right? Yesterday was an interesting day. Okay, after CPI, markets were kind of calm and quiet right before CPI, kind of basing yesterday. And then CPI came out, and the market just went up, just kept going up for the majority of the day. Now, we did have some levels, which you'll notice in a moment, that hit into supply. NASDAQ made an all-time high. S&Ps did not, right? So we have a couple of stocks that are really, Amazon, another all-time high. Google, all-time high yesterday. We ripped Google yesterday. We took the whole candle up. Was nice, right, for the team, right? Humbly speaking, right? Team did very well. So, Tesla, same thing, another all-time high. Apple made another little all-time high yesterday. The team is getting that too. So, anyways, long story short is, market's still up, all right, up, right? We got the last couple of weeks here for the 2024 into the new year, 2025. So, I mean, what's going to stop this market? Really, not much, right? Everybody's expecting some kind of crash and things like that. When, I've been hearing that story since the first trading day that I ever did in my Wall Street career. All right, people always trying to call for crashes, things like that, right? And they're missing one of the greatest rallies that you can have, right? So don't fight that, right? Don't fight that. Today's a new day. We'll see, right? Yesterday's high, yesterday's low. We'll map that out. But you can see very simply, where, nice grind up. We had a couple down days earlier in the week, and then yesterday we kind of pulled back up. A couple things making all-time highs. S&Ps did not. We'll see. Okay. NASDAQ, as you can see, did make an all-time high. NASDAQ, I've been saying over the past couple of weeks. Yeah, Joe Frank. Get on his ass for that, Joe Frank. Jose Frank. Seriously. I want a Phantoms hoodie myself. Just one that says no fucks given right across the chest. A rip tape. All right. Speaking of the tape, I've been mentioning that NASDAQ is a bit more stronger, relatively speaking, right? Just a little bit more stronger overall than previous weeks, right? Actually, one of the more weaker ones a couple weeks ago, but now it's one of the more stronger ones. So money flow, right? Anyways, we put in a nice little bar yesterday, right? Not a little bar, a nice little bar here. We engulfed that. We'll see if we have continuation. Okay, we'll see. You'll see in a moment when I go through Apple, a couple of stocks in a moment. I'll cross that bridge when I get there, right? So we'll see. We'll map out our Globex high, Globex low right now. I don't really trade much of the Dow Jones, but it's a pretty cool market. All right, I do like me some small caps here, but small caps have been quiet, right? So the party's in S&Ps and NASDAQ for the most part. So I go where the party is, right? So Russell 2000 is kind of boring sometimes, right? So not much to say there. I'll switch over to the darker background so y'all can see better, anyways. All right. So I got for you new folks, I got the monthly here, weekly in the middle, daily on the right. Switch over to the S&P futures. Smaller time frame, I have the 60-minute time frame upper left. I have the 30-minute time frame lower left. 5-minute here in the middle. 2-minute time frame on the right, just to kind of give you the lay of the land. Most of y'all already know that, and most of y'all already probably going to know what I'm going to say next here. First thing I want to do is map out our Globex high, Globex low, which is a fancy word for overnight session. So the gray space on Thinkorswim is the overnight session here. Okay, futures S&P 1 hour time frame right now is what you're looking at. If I map out the overnight high, which is right there, put that line there to represent that. Globex low, which we just kind of put in a couple minutes ago, give or take, off the back of the news, there is the low right there. So Globex high, Globex low. We want to look for some what's called Globex trap. So do I have an institutional level of demand below Globex low? If I look down and left, I mean, yeah, we do, right? We have some kind of level here. Okay, market, this was yesterday's CPI, right? It was just kind of quiet before that, and we just moonshot up, right? Skyrocketed up. okay? Took out this level here, the left level here, right? Pretty easy, right? Prior day's high, took that out easily, right? Because again, bull market, right? Bull market, things were flying up yesterday, so you know, doesn't surprise one bit. All right, I got aggressive right there. That's not even really a level. That's just a little hit point there. Be careful with that, right? And then it kind of rallied up into the area of supply that you know, we kind of had mapped out, right? I had the 6100 up here, 6105. You know, has a zone, and that's kind of where the market just kind of listen, S&Ps at least, right? Kind of, you know, calmed down a little bit there, right? Done for the day. Kind of pulled back down, and now we're kind of in the middle of yesterday's range. Long story short, okay. So do I have demand levels below the Globex low? Yes. Okay. We also want to reference, or I would also have y'all reference the 60/40 low right there, because that was so far the low of the week. Okay, and now it's already Thursday, right? So we'll see. That will be pretty interesting. You know, we did have a level there mapped out, right? We had a couple levels down in here, kind of aggressive here. Okay, that actually worked out. Had a little bit of a nice bounce out of here. Okay, this one was super aggressive. I didn't even put a price on that, right? We had a little bounce out of there, came back down, right? So we're absorbing these little levels down in here, but the 60/40 is going to be fairly interesting, because that will be the low. If we did make a new low for the week, okay, I would also have y'all reference the 60/20. Okay, 60/30 and 60/20 as well, in the event that we do make a new low. Okay, that would be another hit point in the event that you know, markets do flush down a little bit more deeper. Okay, these levels over here were, for reference, November 29th. Okay, November 29th. Okay, November 29th. So that's over here as well, November 29th. That's these levels. I just clicked over to SPY just really briefly, so that's why I have this notation right there, ES Globex trap long. Okay, we have a couple of unfilled gaps down in here as well. All right, so we'll see. That's SPYs, you know, SPYs, SPY, you know, 600, you know, 598, you know, this whole area down here will be fairly interesting in the event we get down there. Okay, I'm not sure if it's going to happen today, tomorrow, next week. I'm not sure. Okay, whenever Santa Claus comes to town, all right, I'll wave hi to him, right? All right, but he's not here yet. All right, so we'll see. All right, just kind of give you the lay of the land. Yeah, 1129, we'll see that the unfilled gap there in SPYs as well. Globex trap short. I'm not sure if anybody took this short up there, but you know, worked out pretty nice, right? We were exiting longs. Okay, we went long all day yesterday, just exiting longs. You know, just taking profit on every new high. It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And you know, yesterday we have that level still yesterday, right? That we can reference that. We only dipped into this level and you know, came down. So could we still use this as a reference point? Absolutely. I still have this note here with stop loss sweep, especially this would be the second time back up here, 6100. Okay. This would be the second time back up here. Again, bull market. So just be careful up here. You know, this could, you know, I could say less. Would y'all be surprised one bit if the S&P futures made another all-time high between now and potentially Christmas time? Would not surprise me one bit. Okay. Would not surprise me one bit. Okay. So just be careful with that. Right now, it sucks to say, but you know, we're kind of in the middle of the range of yesterday. So, you know, S&P is my favorite market on the planet. You know, SPX, I love it. But we're kind of, I have to be a little careful with it today, because all that being said, I'm sitting here yapping, bull market this, bull market that. Right now, it's the location that it's in right now is quite challenging, just because we're just in the middle of yesterday's range. So I got to be a little bit more patient with my fave S&P here. Okay, Nasdaq. I could say the same thing, which I'm not going to. Less is more. Globex high, Globex low, right there. All right, 1 hour time frame, Nasdaq futures here. Stop texting me. Not y'all. Somebody's texting me. Won't stop texting me. Leave me alone. I'm working. Globex high, Globex low. Right. You know, geez. I mean, it's just Nasdaq's pretty clean, man. Nothing to say. I mean, just went whoop, popped up. Right. The team was going very well on this. Right. So yeah, we had this supply level here, all time high. It just blew right through it. Right? So we weren't shorting yesterday. Heck no. We were long, take a profit high, take a profit. Okay. Anyways, that was yesterday. This is today. I mean, could we use this level down in here as a reference point? Yes. A lot of time spent here, so be extremely careful with that. Everybody and their grandmother can see that level. Okay. All right. And when everybody can see it, it's probably not that valid, right? So I'm not going to put a price on that, but we could, you know, we could just reference that, right? You in the event that we get down here, but we would probably need to fish out some new demand, all right, potentially down in here in the event that we got down. I'll keep a long story short here. 21,245, 21,245 NASDAQ futures right down in here. Okay, again, this is November 3rd, or sorry, December 3rd level right here, IBI. That would be arguably one of the better, cleaner levels to lean against for demand. Okay, if markets were to potentially come down, is it going to get down there today? Probably not. Okay, not sure. All right, but that would be the reference point there. I have another level right there, 21,340, and I want to be extremely careful with that. I have an aggressive. This is supposed to be long. Why can't I spell? I'm a stupid trader. That's why. 21,340. Okay, that's that level right in here. I'd be extremely careful with that. That was developed overnight, if you can see in the gray space, overnight, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, when I'm snuggling with my my teddy bear in the right Eastern Time in the morning, overnight. So be careful with that. I did have a note here as well where regarding how there could be some stop loss sweeping happening right below there as well. So you almost want to put an entry right below that level. In the event that we don't get down to that level, we just kind of stop loss swipe right down in here. So that comes in about, I'll just keep a nice even number, 21,300. That could be a stop loss sweep entry. All right, nice even number 2, psychological number. All right, I'll just make that kind of stick out. All right, that'll be pretty interesting. I know it's kind of like, what do you mean? There's no level. It's stop loss sweeping. Stop loss sweeping. Okay, stop loss sweeping. All right, 21,300. All right, and again, there's nothing to really. I don't want to waste oxygen and brain energy on looking to try to short this thing. Okay, I mean, be careful with that, folks. Right. So I mean, even if by the trading rules and setup of thy Globex trap, if we were to break above the Globex high, I would need a institutional level of supply to lean against to sell short into, and we don't even have that. So why am I even talking about it, right? Nasdaq's at all-time highs. So I digress. Let's move on. Gold. Monthly, weekly, daily. Lines are kind of crazy here, right? So monthly, weekly, daily up, great. We've been talking about this. If you look at your chart, probably a bit more cleaner than mine right now, but I have all my notes here, etc. This famous November 25th bar, right? That massive red bar there. We've been inside that bar for weeks or 2 weeks now. Okay. I spent a little bit of time on this on Tuesday, and I think on YouTube as well, right? We broke out. Okay, we broke out from that mother bar, right? These are all inside bar here. Right, we finally broke out. We did get up to the 2750, which I was expecting, there we could have a little bit of a pushback because that's deeper into this this IBI drop, basing drop on the daily time frame up here to the upper left. Okay, and yeah, gold came up, 2760s. Okay, and then we're pulling back down. Okay, which is good because you want to absorb this supply over here to the left. Okay, monthly, weekly, daily still up. Okay, gold seasonality wise as well, very bullish, typically on the December, January months. Okay, so don't fight this trend. Okay, be careful with shorting this. All right, you got everything going against you in terms of the higher time frames. Okay, I'm gonna drill down to the small time frames in a moment here, 60-minute time frame. Okay, so you can see that 2750. That's that blue up there. This is why I color code things, so you kind of know what that is, right? Blue meaning daily supply up there to the left. Okay, and we pushed back down from the 2750, right? So there's Mr. Blue. How'd you know it was going to happen? I didn't know it was going to happen. It's just basic supply demand. Okay, basic supply demand. So if you understand it, you get it, and that's the whole point. Globex high, Globex low. Globex high, Globex low here. All right, and let me just delete this line here because it's just in the way. What is that? The mother bar high. Actually, should keep that on. That's the mother bar high from the daily. Okay, so I'll keep that on. I digress. So long story short, we have some, do I have levels of demand below Globex low? Yes, we do. Okay, got 2712-ish, not bad there. Okay, right here. Impulse basing impulse down here, 2695. There's some levels on levels down in here. This one's developed overnight, so be careful with this one. All right, this one down in here as well. So there's plenty of levels to lean against on gold on this move down. okay, to engage, right? We just had another new higher high here, right? So impulse, correction, and then we have another new higher high segment, okay? So there's your new quote unquote segment there, and then this could be the correctional move, okay, to engage potential longs on said gold, okay, if that's going to be if that's going to continue with said trend, okay. Mother bar here, great. Already talked about that. Moving on. All right, shorting, be careful with that, right? All-time high up here, 2,800 gold futes, and then we got we have some levels up here, yes, all right, but similar to the S&P and Nasdaq, for example. Just be careful with them shorting this because gold also raging bull. I wouldn't say raging, but it's bullish, right? All right, so I'm not going to waste oxygen there. I'd much rather give to the team and folks getting long, price coming down, get long to trade with the trend instead of trying to pick off some kind of top and maybe get a correctional move down. All right, cool. Keep it simple. Kiss me. Keep it simple because I'm stupid. VIX. All right, we got VIX. VIX collapsed down yesterday, right? So VIX down, market up. Again, another thing that we look at to give us edge in the marketplace in trading and investing. Today, VIX is just kind of flat, hanging out. Right. Overall, VIX extremely low. Okay. Overall, VIX down, market up. VIX up, market down. Inverse correlation. Map that out on the higher time frames as always, and we also map this out on the smaller time frames as well. You see a 2-minute time frame of the VIX. All right. And I highlight the overnight high, overnight low, and I just kind of put kind of silly ellipses, circles here, whatever you call them. In the event that the VIX continues to trend down, okay, that would be more bullish for the market in most cases. If the VIX rallies up and spikes up, that would be typically, maybe bearish for the market or for the day, right? For the day, give or take, okay, above, below VWAP, etc. All right, so again, another thing that we're going to be, that you want to monitor to help you with your trading and investing. We got sectors. I got all the sectors here. For the most part, it's pretty quiet, at least for right now. For the most part, nothing too crazy. Even off the back, yesterday CPI was the big talk. Today PPI pretty quiet. Not too much. But the point that I'm trying to make here is technology has been a bit more stronger, right? Nasdaq's been ripping. We got big FANG stocks, mega cap stocks making all-time highs. Right now, Google joined the party. Where's NVIDIA, man? Somebody invite NVIDIA to the new all-time high party. Let's go. Pick up your phone, NVIDIA. But anyways, today, tech is, calming down just a little bit. XLK right here. All right, but nothing too crazy. Probably spending a little bit too much time here on this. Money's coming out. Industrials a little bit there. Dow Jones, that was actually one of the stronger ones a couple weeks ago. Sector rotation. We talked a lot about sector rotation. Bitcoin back above 100K. Let's go. Good job. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. See SPYs. Yesterday's high, yesterday's low here. Great, represented by that blue line here. Close here, right? Mickey Mouse hand right there. Slight gap down potentially today. Yesterday, by the way, I would need a lot more time to talk about this, but we have a lot more time in trade rooms, classes, things like that. I do some special sessions here and there for the team at Phantoms. And we had what's called a pro gap up yesterday, okay? We had red bar, red bar, red bar down, red bar closed, and we had a pro gap up, okay? Again, you need a little bit more, I need a little more time to explain that. NASDAQ as well. NASDAQ had a better one. It had a pro gap up, okay? So red bar closed. Okay, red bar closed down, macro picture, bullish uptrend still, and then we had a gap up. So a lot of people, what's called, unfortunately in trading, you need to have people wrong, right? And most retail public are just naturally wrong. They don't even realize how they're wrong, okay? They're behavioral finance because they're trying to be smart and human and try to know where prices are gonna go, okay? I don't know what's gonna happen, right? So I trade the price action, and I could see people who are trapped, okay? So the point that I'm trying to make here, long story short, which I never make a long story short, is yesterday was a what's called pain gap. There was people in pain right off the open. Okay, so anybody who's like short this market for the past, Monday, Tuesday down, like, yeah, here it comes. This market's gonna come down, come down, come down. Boom, next morning gap up, immediately wrong. Now they're forced to do what? Scramble and get out, buy to cover, while more new professional traders are now getting long to enter. All right, buy plus buy equals more demand. Okay, squeezed out on shorts. Okay, so there's your little long story short, what's called a pro gap. Okay. Today, however, we have Nasdaq, slight gap down, inside gap. All right, inside gap on that. I'm really not really going to classify what kind of gap that is. It's really just an inside gap down. So we'll see. Just because we're gapping down does not mean that we are going to continue to go down. All right. Again, as mentioned, we're kind of trading within yesterday's range. So be patient. If you had a really good trading day yesterday, okay, you just be very patient off the open. All right, and we'll see what develops. Okay. GLD. I've already talked a little bit about gold. This is the ETF regarding this. I never have enough gold on, but I trade big on the gold options. So, yeah, anyways, so we got to cover gold, right? So if gold comes back down, we made a, gold's trying to snap this, this area here, right? So I don't know. We'll see if gold can potentially come up to, last month's high, all-time high. All right, we're pulling back right now, which is good. All right, we'll see. Bonds bore me. But for the record, I am long TLT from 11.6 with the team here. But that's more long-term. Okay, Apple. Want to be a little patient with Apple. The team was doing very well yesterday on Apple. I actually was on the sidelines on it. I went heavy on Google and some other things, Qs. But today, this candle here is, we want to be careful with it. This is letting us know a bit here that, be a little calm. Yeah, Jason Rodriguez, you're gonna have a lot of mortgage gaps you're gonna have a lot of gaps on GLD. I think I spoke about this a couple days ago. You're gonna see a lot of those gaps everywhere on GLD. It's kind of crazy. So go to futures, gold futures to clean this up a little bit. Y'all know I love my gaps, right? The gaps, especially ones that have a lot of pain. We just had a slight little discussion regarding that. The point that I'm trying to make is in GLD, because gold moves so much overnight, you're going to get a lot of these gaps here. I'm not saying disregard the mortgage gap and everything that we talk about, right? No, but in GLD, they're everywhere. So it's, if something happens so much, it's less enticing, if I'm using the right language here. So yes, be alerted of it. That's a pain gap down here, right? Down here. But GLD has all types of all these kind of gaps and things like that, right? If something like Google, the FANG stocks or even another small stock, it's going to be a bit more. I would say it would be more enticing because it doesn't happen as often, right? So I'm probably saying I'm not explaining it the right way, but yes, you are correct. But they're everywhere on gold. Just go to gold futures to clean it up just a little bit there. All right. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, so Apple, right? This is, some folks will look at this candle and look at this candle like, oh, look at this, man. That's it. Let's time to short Apple. Let's go short. Let's go short. Let's go short. Calm down. Relax. Okay. Yes, there could be a potential move, potential down on the correction, right? So this candle closed yesterday on Apple is just giving us a little, red flag, yellow flag, right? It's kind of like red light, green light, yellow, right? Yellow, slow down a little bit on the longs. We'll see. Remember, there's probably going to be some people that are trying to shorten this here. They might still be potentially getting squeezed out. Okay, so Apple's got my list. It's kind of not on the naughty. It's not on the good list. It's not on the naughty list. It's kind of neutral right now. All right, so we'll see how, just for day trading wise, right? We'll just see how the price action opens up in a couple minutes, right? Now, for the record as well, because I speak very openly, sometimes too openly. I own Apple in my long-term portfolio. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, even Forrest Gump owns Apple when it was a fruit company. So for the record, I've been taking some profit on my long-term portfolio of Apple, even the accounts that I manage for some family, things like that. So my grandma. So I've been taking some profit on Apple. Not all of it. I'm not getting out of my total investment in Apple that I've have over years and years and years. But I am starting to begin to take some profit out of that to lock in some gains. Okay. And as we pull back down into monthly, weekly levels and now reaccumulate some longer term stuff. Right. Okay. Again, another TED talk there. Let's move on. Amazon, nice yesterday. All right, again, I was mentioning this candle here, red bar, and the next thing you know, yesterday we had a pro gap up, and then we ripped back to the upside here, right? So is Apple gonna do the same thing? Be careful with that. All right, but as you can see, people who are still trying to short this, Amazon made another new all-time high yesterday, right? So Jeff Bezos, richer, more, right? So richer get richer, poorer get poorer, right? Join the club with the professional trading and stop being poor, all right? Learn how to trade and invest. All right, pro gap up. We'll see slight gap down here today, inside. So a lot of things are going to be inside gap from just yesterday's massive day. Google, wow. I had mentioned that Google has been jealous of making all-time highs of all the other stocks, and it took it personally. And yesterday it said, okay, guess what? I'm going to open up today, and I'm just going to go. See ya. So new Google all-time high. The team and myself and the team and I, yesterday, beautiful trade, riding Google all the way up all day. Okay, that was a nice one there. All right, today slight gap down. We'll see. Could it have continuation? Absolutely. All right, as always, we're going to see how the price action develops when the markets open. Tesla, another one. Took forever for me to. I'm already long Tesla. Everything. Everything. I even got shares assigned it to me last Friday. Anyways, I digress. So yesterday took me a little while to get long Tesla. It was kind of weird, but then it actually really developed very nicely and followed through. So pretty nice, good trade here, and we'll see if this continues. All right, again, Tesla new all-time high, unbelievable, right? So actually, it's not unbelievable. It's pretty basic stuff. All right, people. Tesla's one of the most shorted stocks on the planet. All right, and then see you later, gone. All-time high, took it. All right, and see you, gone, all-time high. Right, so not much to say there, other than just be careful. All right, getting a little. It can continue to go. It's still in a squeeze right now. All right, slight gap down. Of course, this is on my list. It's always on my list. Tesla's one of my favorite. But we'll see. Right, we'll see. People trying to short this, good luck. I mean, hats off to you, right? That's not me. I'm not looking to try to short this. Again, I'm more of a what? I would much rather ride the wave long, selling, but I'm selling high to take profit on longs. And then again, why try to trade against the current and the trend? Wait for a nice little pullback, okay? And get long. Stop trying to fight. Stop trying to be smart, okay? Stop trying to be smart. Be dumb. Follow 3 lines, 2 colors, price action, tape, demand, supply. And watch what happens to your trading and investing. Okay, watch what happens to your personality. Okay, good or bad. Watch out. All right. AVGO earnings. We caught a trade yesterday in AVGO. It was okay. Kind of earnings are just in the way. To be honest with you, I actually forgot that Broadcom had earnings. But anyways, we had a little trade on this yesterday. I actually got out of the one I had mentioned publicly. I got out of the 475s. I think I took a 50-cent loss on them. And then I ended up buying, a couple of contracts for $1.57. I didn't even go heavy on it, but and we're about to open up in 10 minutes, so I'm probably gonna take a loss on those. So because I got the what did I pick up? I got the one. No, I think I picked up the 200. I mean, I could check my account. Fuck it. Where are you? Making me work. I got the 200 strike. Well, they're gonna be wrong for $1.50 here. I didn't really give this to the team. What did I pick up? I got the December 20th here. $2. This one right there. All right. I kind of rolled these out. Made a little money on it yesterday. And then, put a little something on here for $2, $2.50, what have you. And those are going to be wrong, most likely. All right, I got the 200. I didn't even give that out to the team there. All right, but earnings are out. Wait, earnings are not even out yet, right? Oh, it's not even out yet. It's today. All right, cool. That's good news. Oh, I'm not wrong yet. We'll see. MSTR. Had a monster trade last week on this. One of the best trades of the year, by the way, too. Crazy. But anyways, MSTR, kind of basing, for the record, I'm on any down day that I get, I'm continuing to sell puts down here with the team. So I'm down here at like the 225, the 200, the 185. These are all notations from members as well, doing the same thing. Santo, King Santo, Terry, my man Terry, Eric A. So we got some, right, Joe, J.O. So we, yeah, anyways, I'm just putting too much information out there on the internet. But yeah, selling put, sell put, sell put, sell put, man. A lot of premium down here, willing to own down here. So, we're basing on MSTR up here. So, just be careful if we did snap down, okay? Not a bad thing. I would love to pick up this at a lower price. Okay? Terry, my man. I see your name, purple. Meta. I suck at trading Meta intraday. You got to know your strengths and weaknesses as a person and as a trader. But again, I own this, of course, long-term portfolio. I mean, it's Meta, right? Made a note, TP'd some long-term folios, did it for grandma, right? So love my grandma. So yeah, she owns it. I own it. Long-term portfolio, all-time highs, 630. So, just taking some profit for grandma, right? Taking some profit in the long-term portfolio. Am I getting all out of Meta on long-term portfolio? No. But again, same thesis with Apple. Okay, SPYs, Qs, long-term portfolio. All right, just taking some off, taking some off, taking some off. All right, lock up the new year. Good job, and show goes on, right? Show goes on. Today for a day trade, I will say, psych gap down. All right, I suck at day trading it, so that's what my data says, right? When you do analysis on yourself, which you should be doing, okay, on your bookkeeping with trading and investing, the data tells me, hey, Mr. Blue, stop day trading Meta because you suck at it. Okay, Zuckerberg just takes all my money regarding day trading. So I fall back on it a little bit there, right? Makes sense? I have no ego in trading, okay? I have no ego, all right? No ego. If my data says you suck at doing this, don't do that. Data says you are really good at doing this, maximize that, okay? All right, I don't have a personal vendetta against Meta, okay? Revenge trading, why? Stop, calm down, relax. Meta doesn't even care about who you are, all right? You're not gonna win battling the market, all right? Microsoft, we caught this yesterday too, great, whatever. Psych gap down here today, like most things, kind of inside yesterday's range. We'll see. Microsoft, is Microsoft going to join the new all-time high party before Christmas? I mean, or after Christmas, we'll see. We'll see. NVIDIA, same thing, kind of just hanging out. NVIDIA's been a little odd lately. I've been mentioning how we have, everybody on social media, whatever, is here's a daily time frame here, right? I have a shoulder here, head and shoulder, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. What do you say? That's going to be the end. There goes NVIDIA. It's going to crash down. It's over, right? So just be careful with that. Everybody who read the 1999 Barnes and Noble Technical Analysis for Dummies book is looking at this, right? So just be careful with that. Yes, there is a head and shoulders pattern up here if that does snap on the daily. All right, but even if it does, we have some demand down in here, okay? I was mentioning this yesterday, NVIDIA is still, an amazing company, right? Regardless of how you feel about it, but, sell put environment potentially on these down moves here to potentially own, all right, down in here, okay? Potentially, right? Today, for a day trade, want to be a little careful with it. Semis are a little odd right now, semiconductors, so they're a little odd right now, so just be careful with it. For right now, there's not much of a good pulse on it right now, but I will say, psych gap down. Yesterday was an inside day, right? I was looking to try to do something in NVIDIA yesterday, just really didn't develop anything because we just inside day. Everything was partying, and NVIDIA was kind of it was just kind of in the corner, not partying at all. So we'll see, all right? Inside day or inside gap, I should say. So just be careful with that. The mother bar is going to be Tuesday, which is December 10th of this week. We'll see if we break out. I mean, it can kind of go anywhere. Not to be cheesy, but also, a lot of these, left shoulder, head, right shoulder traders who are going to try to short this breakout move down here. Okay, there could be a liquidity sweep, right? All right, right, shorting, right? If the breakdown here, liquidity sweep, gotcha. So I would almost elect to get long here, right? This would be bullish, liquidity sweep. As everybody and their grandmother is looking at this, could be a potentiality for a trap. All right. There's an unfilled gap right there too. Call it, actually I'm kind of talking myself into this, 127.72s. Set an alert here. Alert me. That'll be interesting. Be interested to see if we get a swipe. What view up is that monthly? But that is September. Damn. September. And that's the new. That's when we had kind of really actually made a new all-time high in the vid here. So yeah, we got some balancing here. So it'll be pretty interesting. Nice little liquidity sweep right here. So I got an alert of 127s here, 127.70s on that unfilled gap down in here. All right, so it'll be pretty interesting. Could be a little bit of a sweep there. All right, AMD, for the record, I am short this. I got contracts for like 80 something cents. These things were like up and down, like they were like up 100%, down a little bit, up another 100%, down a little bit. Some people take some profit on it already. Not to sound snide, but or snobbish, but 80 cents is shit to me. It's nothing. So I'm just gonna let this ride. Let me know if I'm wrong. I'm wrong on it. All right, 80 cents. But this provided multiple profitability. Everybody's managing it differently. All right, but I bought these for, I got the 126 strike, this Friday expiration. So Theta's really not doing good on these, right? They closed yesterday at 30 cents. I got them at 83. My other account, I got them at like 87 or something like that, right? I mean, we'll see. These things yesterday we made a new low on AMD. These are profitable. Some people will take some profit on it. We'll see. All right, if this market is going to drop down a little bit here from just yesterday's kind of massive move up, out of the semiconductors, NVIDIA, AMD, TSM, even Broadcom, AVGOs kind of trades like a semi. AMD is one of the more weaker ones. However, I will say on the YouTube here that even though, I don't know if I mentioned it, but I'm just looking, I mean, if we do have potentially some continuation from now until tomorrow being Friday expiration, we'll see if we can take some profit, of course, on these, okay, which I already gave plenty of time to do. But in the event that we did snap down into here on the monthly over here, I'm focusing, I'm loving AMD long term, okay, at 100, 85 price point, give or take. Okay, so on these down moves here, I was mentioning to the team, nice little sell put environment too, as AMD is coming down, down, down. Okay, put values are increasing. You can maybe sell some puts. Okay, at willing to own. Okay, a concept that we talk about for long-term portfolios. Okay, at 100. All right, I'm beginning to do that now with these AMD at these levels here. All right, there's the bell. Be patient. Internals. Advanced declines, negative 555, nothing too crazy. Positive or negative 2,000 is more extreme. Vol D, nicey, New York Stock Exchange volume versus up volume, down volume issues. Slightly down, nothing too crazy. 1.5 plus or minus 3 would be more extreme. And we'll see how the VIX kind of unravels. All right, there was nothing really nothing really popped out in terms of FANG. There's a host of other stocks, right? But I want to make sure that we're trading liquidity, liquid options in stock, right? Microsoft, pretty interesting right out the gate. We'll see. Tesla, ooh, there it goes. We'll see how this unravels. Microsoft putting in a nice little bar there. And there's just nothing to stop this thing. So Microsoft. All right, this is a bar that we can lead against here. It's not closed yet. Let's see. All right, the first 2-minute print is in. A little wick up there. Typically, you'd like to see a nice solid bar close on the opening print. We don't have that, so be a little patient. Be a little patient on it. Come on. I think it's swim froze, so I'm just moving on here. VWAPing. Are you back? All right, Microsoft. December 3rd, 10th. Expiration fixing for a long call here. Let's see if we pick up the 552 halves. They're going for about 219, 220s here. All right, this bottom green one right there. Okay, where my cursor is. All right, looking to fix into this. We were in this yesterday, took some profit. So see what it could bring potentially today. I want to be a little careful with some bullish exposure here, right? But I'm in. Once I get this filled here, got these for 235. That bottom one right there, I'll lock that up. All right, long call for day trade today. All right, somebody said AVGO puts. Could be the case, but monthly, weekly, daily still up. AVGO is a little rangy here, I will say, but last week we did have a nice little positive COG. Of course, we have some supply up here that needs to be absorbed, but I'd be careful with that. But yeah, you might be correct on that just for today. But we're coming down into the rising 20-period moving average on the 60-minute time frame here, and we do have some level of demand here. So always look left, folks. I'm not trying to be right or wrong. I'm just kind of giving you the perspective of the chart. All right, so just be careful with that. Look left. All right. I'd rather short something that is in a downtrend that is weaker, which is hard to find because we're in a bull market right now, right? All right, let's take some profit on Microsoft. All right, bought these at 235. They're going for 270s. Pretty simple shit, folks. Pretty simple shit. All right, I'm TPing some Microsoft already. Got a 278 fill. MSFT. TP Timmy. If you don't know who he is, I feel bad for you. Actually, I don't feel bad for nobody. Actually, I do feel bad for some people sometimes. not in the marketplace. As you can see, markets are calming down just a little bit, which is cool. Does not mean just to go short. Be patient. You see Amazon kind of wacky. Trader beware. Not really much right now. AMD. Let me see, AMD trying to put in a little bar there. AMD out of nowhere trying to pump here. Still inside day, but it's creeping. Visa. PLTR. I love PLTR. Give me something good, PLTR. Ooh, good one, Mac. Good one, Mac. Nice. Bottoming tail here. Yesterday. Outside bar. Nice, brother. Mac with PLTI. One call. Smooth. Trading is the greatest business in the world. God, I love what I do. 75 strike call, 169. Nice. 69. Nice. Mark. If it works out, blame. If it works out, congratulate myself, Mr. Blue. If it doesn't work out, blame Mark. Kidding, kidding. Got these at 175. AMD creeper. AMD creeping. It's the strongest one out of the gate. What the beep? Interesting. Can't argue with that tape right there. Microsoft. Tesla calming down a little bit. PLTR is pulling back a little bit there. Huh. I don't know, folks. I'm being extremely patient with this today. Let's see. Two-minute time frame of spies here. Hey, where'd my VWAP go? There you are. You know, we're above monthly VWAP, weekly VWAP. want to be a little bit patient. How we go here. S&P futures are just. I'm always watching it. It's just hanging out within Globex here. So be patient. Let me see. PA&W Pound Town. Let me check that one. Another decent one here. Nice, smooth, monthly up, weekly up, daily. Decent. Yesterday put in a nice little positive COG off the rising 20. Good job. PA&W ticker. Not bad. Not bad. The spread on this is annoying on the options. So you got like a 270 bid and you got a 320 ask. That's a 50-cent spread. That is not great for trading options. You don't want a tight spread. That's why there's a lot of tickers out there, right? But if you're trading the stock, you don't have to worry about that. But when you're trading the options on said stock, the spread is going to be a thing there. So that's kind of annoying right there, right? But there's something there. There's something there. I might even just pick up a little shares on this bad boy right here. It's not too bad. Let me see. I'll pick up some shares. I like the close yesterday. Positive COG off rising 20. PANW. Pick up some shares.
Order filled.
Order filled. All right. AMD asking for it. Boing. AMD asking for it. 132 strike, 150s. I almost have to just go with it. All right. We'll see. And those, as you can see, the put buy, those are only worth 13 cents, man. So those are wrong, right? But if I go to AMD, pick up the 132 strike call, CPF continuation, AMD out of the gate, like randomly, just like, hey, I'm just gonna go up today. Fuck your puts. Okay, cool. All right, pick these up here. What I get filled? 156. Tomorrow expiration, etc. AMD, gotta go with it. Green bar, take out red. Positive COG, wide range bar, 5-minute time frame, opening days range, boom. I got no ego. Microsoft new high TP. Okay. PLTR, no. Microsoft TP. All right, I filled at 263. Terrible fill. Somewhere over here, whatever. AMD. PLTR. Pulling back on VWAP. All right, we'll see. All right, we'll see. Setup is there. We'll see if that continues. All right, AMD, I think we spiked up a little bit there for those. Not too crazy. Damn, 840, 946. All right, so that's already my time, folks. In the live trade room, we continue to go and trade together and manage risk and take setups together. But for right now, YouTube, I gotta go, folks. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, if this is floating your boat, cool. Go to TradePhantoms.com. Click register there, and today being Thursday, December 12th, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Name, email, great, register. Here's an agenda. Y'all can read it. Okay, Mr. Black, Mr. Green will host a about 90-minute presentation there. Kind of let y'all know for new folks that are potentially interested what Phantoms is like. So here's what you'll learn. Right, there's the agenda there. Right, all types of trading: stocks, futures, forex, options, even crypto. Short-term trading for income, all the way to wealth management. One-stop shop for it all. If you want to, I don't give a shit. But if you want to learn how to do this consistently, no bullshit, this could be the place for you. If you don't want to do that, that's fine as well. I'll see you in the marketplace. And let the dumbest person win. And I am the dumbest. God bless. Take care. Blue out. I'll see y'all later in class for my Phantoms. Trade safe. Be patient. Be patient. God bless. Take care.